So I wasted 2.5 years on business loan brokering courses that I bought from gurus that didn't work. What I'm going to do is share my framework for recurring monthly revenue, secrets that they don't want to teach you. And I'm going to share with you exactly how I went from inconsistent commissions to securing $10,000 a month without having to close on any additional new leads for funding. Okay. I don't know how long this video is going to go at the time of recording. I want to get into as much detail as possible, but without necessarily boring you guys. So just to kind of recap, if you're already in the alternative lending space, chances are you've already got this like framework of what your business is going to look like. And it's primarily driven off of paid generic ads, right? And you're working with lenders that were recommended to you by the course creator that you purchased. Hate to break it to you. Paid ads don't work when they use the same copy that everyone's provided with, all right? Common sense, guys. If you're using one ad and the 500, 600 other people that are in the same loan brokering course are using the same ads, you're drowning the market with the same message. You don't stick out. So when that happens, you come across as if I was one of your clients, right? I got your paid ad. I've got 5 other paid ads, exact same message. As a consumer of whatever it is that you're selling, what it comes down to is, okay, they're promising the exact same thing, so who's going to give it to me for cheaper? And that's when you start getting into the battle for who can get me the best rate, who can get me the best term, because you guys are competing on price, because you guys are competing off of the same marketing message, and your consumer has no way of differentiating your value other than what's your best term, best rate. Okay, the purpose of me sharing this video with you is to hopefully help you at the very minimum think a little bit differently so that you can produce better value for your clients. I got into the alternative lending space and I spent thousands, I'm talking thousands of dollars, guys, running these paid ads that produce results. I'm not going to lie. I mean, my phone was ringing. Unfortunately, the copy used in those ads conveyed optimal results, right? So this probably sounds familiar. Business loans available, personal credit doesn't matter, revenue generated loans, right? You're going to have people who just opened up and generated $500 worth of business last month, and now they're expecting a business loan. You're going to get people that hear business loan, personal credit doesn't matter, only revenue. And then you present them with the MCA, which is the merchant cash advance. 9 times out of 10, that's the only thing that they qualify for. When you tell them, hey, these are daily repayments because your credit sucks and your business is new, or, you know, if you're only generating X number of dollars every single month, they're going to tell you to go sit on something, because what they heard on the ad copy was business loan. They were thinking monthly payments. And when you come back to them saying, yeah, it's a daily repayment and you're going to be paying 45% more than what you borrowed, talk about sticker shock, guys. That's going to happen. So I got sucked into that. I spent thousands of dollars. Facebook made thousands of dollars on me running these stupid ads. Didn't give me a marketing edge whatsoever. I was stuck in the same rut that you guys are in right now. You know, one-off commissions, absolutely no long-term plan, because I got sucked into the idea of some bitch, you know, I spent $5,000 ad spend. I have to close 3 loans just to pay that portion off, plus give me a little bit something to work with personally for the next month. It's a very stressful place to be in. And so I started listening to podcasts, right? Because again, got my balls kicked in. For a long period of time, my hard-headed self was just basically justifying what I was doing as, man, it's just a numbers game. eventually you're going to break through. You'll find the one person who's going to stick with you and blah, 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 blah. All right. I started listening to podcasts. It was people like Andy Frisella, Alex Hormozy, Patrick Bet-David, Bedros Keuilian, and these guys talked about business from the standpoint of the struggles that they went through. And they were the ones that kind of opened my eyes. And I was just like, shit, I need to provide value to my clients. Instead of being a copy and paste person, a copy and paste from the gurus who are collecting monthly revenue off of the course that I finance with them. And then they upsold me on some other stuff like building a brand and getting access to other lenders and knowing how to do credit card stacking. And they upsold me. They're getting their monthly revenue, but they never taught you how to do that yourself, right? Oh, and on top of that, they're making a skim off of everything that you close through their lenders. They're getting something off the top. So their problems are solved. Their business model is solid. They're just setting you up for failure. So again, provide value, right? Provide value for your clients. And that is going to force your client to actually show this thing called loyalty, because you are providing more for them than what any other broker that is out there is able to do for them. Here are the things that I did, and you guys can take this for what it's worth. You can copy it exactly, or you can use the framework and plug and play, depending on what industry you're in. I just want to help open a couple of people's eyes to let them know that the path that they paid for, unfortunately, through these courses is not the best path for their own business. First step is you have to create a niche. Absolutely have to create a niche. My niche was blue-collar businesses that are generating $150,000 or more in yearly revenue, but the business owner themselves have bad credit, right? And not only are you developing a niche from an industry standpoint, you're really digging so far deep that you actually have an avatar of the client that you are servicing. Like if you were to go into a local business that is a blue collar business, for my example, I'm going to walk into a mechanic shop. I already have the business owner kind of pictured in my head, what he's going to look like, what his daily routines are, what his expected yearly income is. I'm going to know whether or not if he's married, if he has a family, all of that stuff plays a role in how you are going to present your offer to these people. So that is very, very important. Lesson number one, niche the fuck down. Like period, end of story. If you haven't done that, you're wasting your time. And I'm gonna touch on this in a little bit too, as to how it kind of comes back full circle. Second thing you want to do, once you have a niche, once you have an avatar, you want to produce what's called a USP, or a unique selling position. It is a marketing offer that can hook people in. And when I say hook, I don't mean it in like a misleading way. I mean it as in like attention grabbing, like, holy shit, what'd you say? For me, it was blue collar business owners. I will fix your credit for free if you come to work with me. Period. Simple, right? That's going to get some attention, as opposed to just, I can fund your business. I don't care about your credit. All I'm going to look at is your business revenue. When you do that, once an experienced business owner hears that message, you're really not solving a problem. You're actually creating another one for them, because you're putting them in this hamster wheel of MCAs. Because the one reason that they can't get out of that MCA loophole is their bad personal credit. I was able to solve that. So by fixing it for free, instead of trying to monetize each and every single lead, my pitch was, hey, take a gamble on me. Yes, this loan is expensive, but I'm reinvesting it back into you. And what is this going to produce for you? In 3 to 6 months, you're going to be in a completely different playing field when it comes to your next round of business funding. And if you're able to actually produce what you say you're going to produce, there's this thing again called loyalty. These guys are going to come back to you. They're going to be like, holy shit, Jose fixed my credit. He didn't charge me anything. I went from a 550 to a 680 90 days ago. I'm going to go back to him because he did this for me, right? So USP. Third thing you want to do, you want to establish strategic partnerships that will help you to deliver on your USP. So your USP, again, is a hook, right? The strategic partnerships not only help to fulfill the USP, but hopefully get it beyond the USP. What do I mean by that? Here are the partnerships that I developed. First and foremost, obviously I need a credit repair guy. That credit repair guy has got to be on his shit because I vetted each and every single person that I talked to. Number one, I needed documentation, testimonials, referrals for clients that he's worked with that can verify that he can do what he is claiming to do. Number two, negotiation. So credit repair specialists are in the exact same transactional hamster wheel that you guys are in as loan brokers. They get one client, they fix their credit. The chances of that client coming back and giving them repeat business is probably next to none, which is why a lot of them are now starting to offer business credit card stacking and personal term loans because their lifetime value for their client is literally that one payout. That's the exact same position that you guys are in. You guys collect one commission and hope that that client comes back to you, but there's nothing real, there's no substance there. You're not giving a client a reason to come back to you. Just because you're a nice person doesn't mean they're going to come back to you. In 3 months, your name probably doesn't even cross their mind anymore. So, negotiation, you want to talk to these credit repair guys as if, and let them know that you, as a referral source for them, you are different from any other client that they've come across, period, end of story, right? Again, their client one time probably won't be seen again. It's be like, hey dude, you're going to see my name pop up 3 or 4 times a month. I am going to exclusively sell you all of my credit repair needs, but I need you to be responsible. I need you to be attentive, and I need you to take accountability. And if you can do all of those 3 things, you have my loyalty. Let's talk about your price. You cannot be paying market price for the volume of service that they are going to be expecting from you. Just plain and simple, guys. It's you want to buy wholesale is really what the moral of the story is, right? So vetting, negotiation when it comes to credit repair guys. The other partnership that I formed was with an MCA restructuring company. And this is where the seeds of RMR really started to get planted with me. So if you're specifically targeting bad credit clients, you are going to come across a good number of them that already have MCAs. Those MCAs might have them over leveraged. So what do you do in those situations? You work with these MCA restructuring companies that will help them free up some cash flow. I'm not going to bore you with the details as to how that works. Just know that there are companies that are out there that will help them negotiate with the lenders directly, and it will help to alleviate that cash flow issue. They won't be able to borrow right here, right now, but they will be able to help alleviate the cash flow. Many times that's enough to help get them through the next quarter, the next week, whatever it is. Okay. Plus also, remember guys, your USP is you're going to fix their credit. So yes, they won't be able to get another MCA because they're already over leveraged, but give me 60 days. We might be able to start talking business credit card stacking. We might be able to start talking personal term loans. Those are things that they right now aren't even thinking about because their credit is so bad. You can help them step up, open other opportunities that were otherwise close to them. You're providing them value. Okay. The other partnership, merchant services. Guys, this adds residuals as well to your business. So the MCAs, those restructuring, they will pay you monthly as long as the client is participating in the program. If they're paying down their debt, you will get a residual off of that. Merchant services. This is I cannot believe this went over my head for so long. When you're processing an MCA file, you are collecting your application, bank statements, merchant account statements. Why in the hell aren't you taking those merchant account statements, sending them to your service provider to see if you can save your client money? Not only are you saving your client money, as long as they stay with that service provider, you again are getting a residual of the fees that they're paying. Now they're paying less. So it's a win-win-win. I'm actually very disappointed in myself that it took me so long to realize there's a lateral sale there. Not only that, but let's put this hypothetical in your mind, right? You get a term sheet back for an MCA, and those of you that have been in the space any length of time, you know those motherfuckers are expensive, right? Let's say you come back with the 145 buy rate. That in a nutshell means you're paying 45% more than what you borrowed, okay? So on a $100,000 loan, you're paying back $145,000. That's a bitter pill to swallow. Plus, they're paying daily, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it is. However, if you're able to do the merchant service analysis and you're able to save them money, let's say that over the course of the month, that MCA is going to cost them, just to throw a number out there, $3,000, right? And the service account, the merchant services, said like, hey, right now they're paying, I don't know, number out there again, $4,000. We can save them $2,000 every single month. So when you're presenting that offer, now you're saying, hey, Mr. Client, MCA is going to cost you $3,000, but I'm able to save you $2,000 on a monthly basis by switching over your credit card processor to my guy over here. So really that loan is only going to cost you $1,000. That money was already outgoing, so let's just apply it to the loan, help you pay that loan off, or it'll be just an easier pill to swallow. And again, there's a multifaceted approach that you can take because you're helping the client, you're helping them save money. That loan will eventually be paid off. But the savings that they are going to be getting from not having to pay so high credit card processing fees is going to be ongoing. So again, there's benefit, there's value there. Those are the partnerships that you set up. 2 of them give you recurring monthly revenue. The last partnership that I set up is with an SBA lender. That SBA lender gave me a blueprint of what it took for him to get an SBA loan approval. I already took a look at all of the industries that they work with, and every lender is going to be different. Made sure that my clients weren't on their restricted list, right? They weren't. Awesome. Great. Now I know, hey, if they make X number of dollars in revenue, and I already know I'm taking care of their personal credit, so I know that they're above the 660 that this SBA loan is going to be requiring. Holy shit. Hey, Mr. Client, what if I can guarantee you an SBA loan once you're completely done working with me? What are the chances of you working with me long term? That realization that I had there was like, that was when everything just kind of changed, like completely changed. I went from being able to just offer them free credit repair to actually taking them through the entire process and help them guarantee the SBA loan. And I can do that because I knew what niche I was working in. I knew what industry I was working in, and I knew what my avatar looked like. Again, full circle. I'm not working with just anybody. I'm working specifically for these people, so I know that I can take them through my entire process. No problem. So those are some of the some of the framework that I'm sharing with you guys, charging you anything for it. And I humbly believe that it's going to provide you as a business owner more value than any of the courses that you're buying for business lending right now. So there it is in a nutshell. Some of the results that I saw from making these changes. Yes, I was able to make $10,000 a month in residual income from merchant services and MCA restructuring service providers. Outside of that, and here is where it really starts to make a big difference. The way your business is set up, the guru way, I'll call it, right? You get one client to sign up, typical commission, $3,000. When is that client coming back? You don't know. You have no value to get them to come back to you when that need rearises. You hope that another broker doesn't reach out to them. You hope that you can catch them in a time of need in 3 months, 6 months to pitch them another MCA deal, right? Doing it the way that I have it structured, where I paint the scenario and I give them the end result of, I can guarantee you an SBA loan. Your lifetime value for a client goes from $3,000, which is typically one commission, to $11,000 because you are funding them the first time. You're funding them with personal loans, business credit card stacking, things of that nature. And then you are funding them with the SBA loan. You're touching them at a minimum 3 different times. Plus, they're giving you recurring monthly revenue through either the merchant services or the MCA restructuring. That is my biggest takeaway for you guys. This can actually be possible if you just take a couple of changes and restructure the way your business operates. Okay, so again, guys, I thank you for kind of sticking through this video. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. If this provided any value to you, please give it a thumbs up, give me a follow, drop me a comment. Let me know if there's anything that you would like more details on. Be more than happy to jump on the phone with the majority of you guys. Hopefully it doesn't get too overwhelming, but at the very least, I might be able to record another video where I can get into those details that you guys kind of feel that you may be missing. So now that I am in the private equity side, things are a little bit different. If you guys want to get involved with our private equity, it can help even further enhance this recurring monthly revenue. I can add another piece to that puzzle to help secure your business's financial security and longevity. So if you come across a business that is distressed, higher revenue, I'm talking at least $1 million in yearly gross sales, and you can't fund them, right? Like your lenders have said, no, we can't help this person. They're too over leveraged. They're going through a tax audit. Ownership just changed. We can't help them. Guys, send that over to us. We want to take a look at those businesses. We specialize in being able to turn those businesses around in as little as 90 days. Not only that, we will give you, as our referral partner, a residual on all fees that are collected from that client. Plus, if we invest into that business, you guys score a piece of that equity. There is no other service provider. These MCA guys, these, merchant services guys, they all give you a piece of the fees that they collect. We will do that. Plus, we will also match you with equity if we invest into that business. So if that is of any interest to you, drop me a comment. I will be posting a document that you guys can review just below in the comments of this video so that you can overview kind of what our program, the private equity side, looks like. I hope the content that I gave you was of value and you guys can take it, run with it, improve your offers, because if you improve your offers, you're going to improve the quality of the services that our clients need. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. If you can best serve them, they will be loyal to you. And it's this reciprocal symphony of awesomeness. It's greatness. So anyway, I'll get off my high horse. I hope that was helpful, guys. Hope to talk to you guys soon. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, peace out, stay strong, seize the day. Talk to you guys soon.